Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 pre-record show. I'm your host, GameChanger. Okay, so Simone Biles, she is going through some things right now. And the thing is, and this is what I enjoy most about this situation, is that society at large cares more about it than she does. And that's something that I find spectacular and oddly satisfying. But the sisterhood attacks her, and that's because she's off code. She's not following the rules clearly laid out in the scrolls. Those of you who are interested in the scrolls, check out my channel. I talk about them frequently. So she's off scroll. And now the sisterhood has to attack her any way they can. And basically, they are making her feel guilty about the happiness, or they're attempting to, rather, make her feel guilty about the happiness that she has. One of the methods that they're using is this whole prize discussion. The sisterhood is upset that this man, or male as they would call it, how dare he say that men are the prize? Well, the funny thing is that society has shifted in such a bizarre way that men have now become the prize. You see, make no mistake, there was a time when the woman was the prize. And it was unquestionable because what happened was the woman that you got represented the culmination of all you had to do and become to earn that particular woman, which is why relationships typically consisted of men who are significantly older than women because he needed that time to be worthy of the woman. So a guy was to say go to medical school, graduate, top of his class, valedictorian, all that good stuff, blah 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 blah. He gets all the pedigree, and then he gets a prize. That's the way it used to be done. However, women are now making their own accomplishments. So, because the behavior has changed, the definition of prize has changed, and women are getting far greater value. The reason being is because um, they're all going after the same tier of men, meaning that they are pit against each other for that particular tier of men. So if you win in this Thunderdome, then what you get is the prize, so to speak. Now, I said something interesting that all men are prizes, and that got me thinking, what if all men are? Then that means that each and every single woman is dating above themselves, meaning that his masculine value is significantly greater than her feminine value in modern relationships. And as a result, he is the prize. Now, once again, that wasn't always the case. It was the case where a woman's feminine value was greater than a man's masculine value. And then through the duration of the marriage, his masculine value increases. For example, young couple, young love, young man, young woman getting together, and her feminine value is at the top. She has the most eggs that she's ever going to have. And, she is fit, feminine, friendly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, uninhibited by children, all that good stuff that comes along with young love. He's still a work in progress. He either is, working blue collar, or he's studying to get into white collar, or he's an athlete, but he hasn't been drafted yet. Whatever, he is going to work into his masculine value. Now that's young love, where the feminine value is at its peak and the masculine value is to be determined. And in that situation, the woman is most definitely the prize because she is of a greater feminine value than he is, yet to have matured completely into his masculine value. But times have changed and prizes have changed. That's one method, though. That's one method that the sisterhood likes to use to shame. The second method is Pretending like he disrespected her by saying that he don't know who she was. Gymnastics is not everybody's cup of tea. Yes, she is a four-time Olympic gold medalist. But some people simply don't watch the Olympics. I don't watch football. I didn't know who either of them was until this situation presented itself. I didn't. But I guess he was under a mandate to know all of the gymnasts for the US. I guess. But no, that's just a further shaming tactic. And that's really to disguise their true intentions. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But no, truth of the matter is, they don't really care if he knew who she was or not. That's just to disguise what they're doing. And that's because they're upset because they don't want men to, particularly black men, to understand their value. And that's with anything. They look at the mating marketplace as just that, a marketplace. It's a place where people go to negotiate the price of something. And they do not want black men to raise their price. So they have to completely cut that the moment they get the opportunity to do so. And here it is. This is what's called a power play. And I'm going to do a live stream on that, so stay tuned for that. But basically, they want to negotiate from a position of power. And unfortunately, young love is never a position of power. And by unfortunately, I mean unfortunately for them. Young love is never a position of power for them. Reason being is because young men don't have the level of thirst that older men have, at least in their thinking. They feel that a man of value when he's young, he's still exploring his option and he's still weighing his potential. But give him time, he will eventually lower his standards and get with a 40 plus overweight single mother with a wig, like so many black men have done. She didn't wait him out. She took him off the market while he was still confident, while he was still really in his player phase of life. She took him out of that confident phase before he reached the jaded mode of life. And they don't like that. Because what it means is, it means that he got quality. And black men need not know that many of you deserve quality. Basically, just gave away a secret. And lastly, and this may be the best argument that they have, but it's still easily debunked. And that is, it's unchivalrous. Once again, all of this is to mask the fact that they don't like confident men. While other groups of women are attracted to confidence, they're repelled by it, at least in black men. They want humility. They want Harpo. They want Albert from Color Purple. They do not want a confident man. Confident men ask questions. Confident men make demand. Confident men leave. Confident men cheat. Confident men know their value, and when they're not receiving it from their mate, they look for it elsewhere. They fear confident black men, which is why they dedicate their lives to stomping out that confidence from the moment they're born, and their mother, who's part of the sisterhood as well, attempt to take it away. So, in masking their true intentions to stomp out the confidence of black men, they're saying that, oh, yeah, the only reason why these women are complaining is because it's unchivalrous. Anything less would be unchivalrous. This is unchivalrous. How dare you behave in such an unchivalrous way? Don't you know that it is the woman, or excuse me, it is the man that approached the woman, the sperm that seeks the egg, etc., etc., etc.? Listen, is there anything that modern women do that's traditional? Stop and think about that for a second. I mean, if this was chivalry, then, he would be asking her father for her hand in marriage while she's 14 and he's 16. They went way off script. We are way off script. What type of chivalry is a dating app? Ever notice how modern it is when, okay, they get jobs. They wait until later in life to get married, much, much later in life to get married. I mean, the list goes on and on of the way that they behave that is outside chivalry. But then they pick this one instance and say, you know something? Dear sir, how dare you? How dare you allow this woman to make the first move on you? How dare you allow her to swipe right on your profile? How dare you allow her to drive and come see you? Sir, are you not a gentleman? Listen, I don't want to hear crap about not following tradition. The day that y'all stop wearing pants and start wearing big poofy dresses with the hat and the umbrella and all that stuff, then come talk to me about chivalry. The day that y'all start cooking like 7-course meals every night and 10-course meals on holidays, then talk to me about chivalry. The day that the person who is your actual father walks you down the aisle after getting permission to walk his virgin daughter down the aisle, then talk to me about chivalry. Everything else is just bloated air. It's just, oh, and another thing. Also, notice how when a woman marries herself, it's empowering. A woman gets a body count of like, 1,000 or something. It's empowering. A woman twerks over a slave trading post or something in Ghana, and that's empowering. Sukihana goes to England talking about eating booty, 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 yelling it at the top of her lungs, and that's empowering. Sexy Red do all kind of crazy crap on the stage while unmarried and pregnant. That's empowering. Lizzo, need I say more? That's empowering. None of these things are part of tradition. None of these things are part of chivalry. But the sisterhood don't complain about that, do they? You do not hear a beep from the sisterhood when it comes to the ratchet behavior, the untraditional behavior. But this is where they draw the line. And why do they draw the line here? Because it allows a Black man to feel valued. They are strongly vested in Black men undervaluing themselves. And they will do anything to stop this thinking. Unfortunate for them, the secret is out. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.